So we are making labels for some quilts that just got finished, and I wanted to talk about how I get a really straight, consistent label. Now I'm going to take and cut my corners off. Don't cut too close to the thread, just enough that you can get a nice sharp corner. Then I'm going to take the stabilizer and pull it away from the label. You're not going to see this, so it doesn't really matter. Cut a snip. Be careful you don't cut your label. And then I usually just kind of cut down the middle. It just makes it easier to turn it if you have lots of opening. Put your thumb in the corner, pinch it together with your fingertip, and just turn all your parts right way out. All right, now, since we put our fusible side right side together with the front of our label, now our fusible side is on the outside of our label. I'm going to poke my corners out really good before I go and press them sharp. But look at how nice and sharp I can get that now that I cut that extra fabric out of the way. Okay, so now you can see the shiny side is on the outside. So now when we go to press this, because we want to make sure that these edges are really crisp before we try to add them to our quilt, I'm going to put the fusible side down onto a silicone mat. That way I don't iron this to my ironing board, but I can spend the time getting this really nice and crisp. Now, I like steam. We all know I like steam. If you're steaming on a silicone mat, it is going to get wet. It's okay. It's just water. Okay. If you don't want it to be wet on your fabric, you can always turn it over. You can keep a towel if you want to clean out the steam. It doesn't matter either way. I don't mind things getting a little wet. I don't want them to be soaking wet, but it's okay. All right, so we're just going to press our edges down. And again, if this fuses to the silicone mat, it doesn't matter because it's not going to stick. Okay, so now we've got a nice turned edge label. I didn't have to measure anything. I didn't have to try to make the edges straight to turn them under. It's already turned under. Now I'm going to steam the whole thing because I want to get those little puckers out of the embroidery, and steam helps with that as well. And so now what I have is a nice, easy to attach to my quilt label. My edges are turned under and they're very sharp. So I prefer to hand stitch my labels on because I always put them on after I quilt my quilt, and I don't want to sew through my quilt to attach it. So I'm just going to whip stitch this around the edge. I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to get this onto your quilt now. So now here's your label. I'm going to go grab my quilt. All right, so I always put my label in the bottom right-hand corner of my quilt. You can put them in the middle. You can put them anywhere you like. If you are going to put your quilts in shows, I might suggest that you add your label to your backing before you quilt it so the quilting goes over the label. It doesn't happen frequently, but occasionally a quilt will go missing, either in the mail or wherever. When the label is quilted over, it's very hard to remove it. So that's just food for thought. I'm not overly concerned about that with my quilt, but I am going to fuse it and hand stitch it. So I am using steam so that this will fuse onto the quilt. This way I don't have to use any pins or fusible spray or anything like that. So now this is stuck on there. I have chosen a thread that matches my backing pretty closely. I always use a very small needle because if I give myself a longer needle, I end up with really long stitches. And I never hand stitch anything without thread magic. I always tell people that using thread conditioner is the same as putting conditioner in your hair. And if you choose not to put conditioner in your hair, you have things like frizz and static and frayed ends and all those things. So thread magic is actually a thread conditioner. It is not a wax. For years, quilters have used like beeswax to do hand stitching for those reasons. I like this better because it's more like a lotion than a wax. So like if I rub my finger on here, I can feel a little bit of coating on there, but honestly, it feels like lotion. It's very smooth. It's not waxy. It doesn't leave chunks on anything. It just makes hand stitching a whole whole lot easier. Okay, so I've already threaded and knotted my needle. So to sew this on, I'm just going to do the same kind of stitch that we do when we bind, which is an invisible slip stitch. So I'm going to take my needle. And I'm going to put it down underneath. I'm just going to pick up the backing, not the quilt. Okay, and this way I can bury my knot underneath my label. Okay, so it's hidden up underneath there. Now I can take a really small stitch through only the backing and then up through the label. Okay, you don't have to take a lot of tiny stitches. I usually put my stitches about 1/4 inch apart, and make sure that you get those corners stitched down. Make sure your corners are good and tacked. And then we're just going to stitch all the way around this label. And what I'm doing is I'm taking the needle and sort of putting it underneath where the label is. So now my stitches will be buried behind the label and still securely tack it on, so you won't see any of those stitches. So by using a thread that coordinates with either the label or the backing fabric and taking small invisible stitches. Okay, so see how I had that knot there and I pulled it out? That's that thread magic being magical. Okay, so I got the knot out. Very little stress and no tears. Back to the beginning and I want to tie it off. I'm going to take a little bite right here between the back and the label, pull up a loop, and then I will put my needle through the loop. Make sure you don't have a twist in the loop. Like that right there, there's a twist. Make sure you pull it up from the bottom and separate that thread. Because if you've ever get knots when you're making knots, it's because the thread is twisted. I know you can't see this thread because I matched it, but you know. So I'm going to hold the thread and pull this through the loop twice. So now when I pull the knot will go right to the base. But if you've ever tried to tie off a knot and you end up with a loop, it's because your thread was twisted. So make sure that you're untwisting the thread before you start to knot it, okay? Then I'm going to take the needle and I'm just going to bury it. I'm going to bury my tie off thread about as long as my needle will go. Then when I pull this out, all I have left to do is snip off this thread right here. So we're all done. My label is on. You can't see it through to the front. It's beautiful. Now let's see the whole quilt. And you know what? I forgot to say, I will usually, after it's been stitched on, give it one more press. Just because a nice little steam bath has always made everybody happier. Okay?